The first dish I'm going to show you guys is one of the dishes which I developed for the menu, and it's actually vegan as well, guys. So great recipe, really simple, and it's essentially some zucchini fritters, guys. So we're going to make them, and I'm going to show you how we make the recipe, and then we're going to make a beautiful little beetroot hummus to go with it, guys. So cook along, there's no rush, guys. So first, I'm just going to warm up a little frying pan over here, guys, on the stove. I'm going to run through the ingredients. So first we're going to make the fritters, and I'm actually going to pop them in the oven, guys. So I've got my half a cup of onions here. I think you guys have got the recipe. I've got some olive oil and I've got some garlic. So I'm just going to warm the pan up a little bit. In the oil goes. You want it warm but not too hot, guys. So I'm just going to crank that temperature up a little bit. So you can see there, I don't want it smoking, but I want it nice and warm. So in the onions go. You can hear a little bit of a sizzle there, but not too much. So what we're going to do, guys, essentially we're making the base. This is a bit of an Indian recipe. So essentially we're making the starting base of a curry, okay? So I'm going to fry the onions a little bit. Here I have a clove of garlic. In it goes. Sweat that off a little bit. So this part of cooking is really important, guys. So this is where you're going to get your flavour from. If you're making a bolognese sauce, you're making a pasta dish, pretty well mushroom sauce, anything, this first step is really important, guys. So I want to sweat these without colour. I don't want them to start to brown. Keep moving around the pan. It's frying nicely, not too hot, but just sizzling nicely. So I'm going to do that for another few seconds. Now the next ingredient I'm going to add to the pan, guys, is my spices. So what I've got here is some turmeric, and I've got some Moroccan spice as well. So turmeric's a great product, guys. Great for smoothies. It's really great for health. So I'm going to add these spices to this pan now. Just like so. So this is another important step, guys. So I really want to fry these spices with the onions. So you can see that those spices, the flavour is going to come out of them. So if I don't fry them properly, the little bit of a bitter flavour from the fritters. So that's looking good there, guys. And you'll see the bottom of the pan starting to get that little beautiful golden colour from the turmeric on there. So just leave that like that. Smells amazing. You guys can't smell it, but it smells really good. Those onions are almost cooked now. Now what I'm going to do, guys, the next step of this process is add some beautiful fresh lemons. So lemons are in season at the moment. They're falling off trees everywhere. So don't pay for them. Try and steal them from your neighbour or something. And essentially what I want to do is deglaze this pan, okay? So lemon juice goes in. So you can hear that sizzling now. So all those beautiful flavours we got from the bottom of the pan, from those spices, are going to be absorbed by the lemon juice, guys. So this is, once again, it's another really important part. Same thing if you're making a beef sauce or something at home, or making a sauce in the pan, squeeze some white wine in it, and it's going to get all those beautiful juice off the bottom of the pan. You don't want to leave them in there. All right, guys, so I'm going to come over to the bench now. So we've got our beautiful spices and onions that we've cooked here. They just simply go into a bowl. And now what I'm going to add, guys, I've got 2 cups of grated zucchini here, okay? So simply add that. Just raw zucchini. Just going to mix that a little bit. I'm going to add some fresh parsley. And I'm going to add a cup of chickpea flour. And what basically happens now is the heat from the onions and the moisture from the lemon juice is going to start to leach out, and the water from the zucchini is going to come out, mixed with the flour, and actually makes like a little bit of a dough. So you think it won't at the start, but you just keep turning a little bit, and you're going to see it's just going to wetten up a little bit. So you don't need to add any water, you don't need to add anything else. Almost there. So you can almost see now that's coming a bit of a dough. So there's a little yellow paste in there, that's from the turmeric and the juice from the zucchini is all coming together. Just going to add a pinch of salt. Don't have to add the salt if you don't want, guys. There's enough flavour from the garlic and the spices. All right, so that's how simple that is. That's the mix for the zucchini fritters, guys. So now what we do You can see that now, that's like almost a beautiful little batter. Very simple, very fresh, very easy. Now, in our restaurant, for consistency, we'd actually weigh them, guys. So we want about 50 grams, but for at home, you can sort of do them any size you like. So just a spoon, a nice one on the tray. Like I said, I suppose that's, you know, a heaped tablespoon, I suppose, is roughly 50 grams. Don't be too precious with them. You want them a little bit rustic. But having said that, you do want them roughly the same size so that they actually cook evenly. And this is so fresh. It's almost got a bit of an Indian pakora style flavour to it. So chickpea flour is something used really extensively in Indian cooking, and we use it a lot in our kitchen too because it's gluten free and it's amazing. All right, so I've got a bit extra batter there, guys. So I'm just going to put these in the oven now at 180 for 7 minutes. And while they're cooking, we're going to start the next component for the dish. So for me, guys, good food is simple, okay? So I think that's the key, is simplicity is the key. So don't try and overcomplicate things. Try and make it nice and simple. Use fresh ingredients. And you can see from those fritters, and when you guys actually make it and you get to try them, you're just going to see how amazingly simple and great flavour it is. So I've got some beetroot, guys. So this is basically essentially a beetroot puree, okay? So you can dice the beetroot. I actually just got, you can even use tin beetroot if you like, guys. Put it in the blender, make it like a little paste. That simply goes in the bowl. This dressing is so simple and it's really tasty. To that, I'm going to add some hummus, guys. A couple of tablespoons of hummus. So we're essentially making a beetroot hummus. Hey, Panda, where's the chickpea, buddy? And, sorry, I was just talking to one of my chefs. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and I'm going to add a nice squeeze of lemon juice. And Panda, my chef, got some amazing chickpeas here for me. Thank you, Panda. And I'm going to add some blended chickpeas to it as well. And I'm just going to mix that around. And basically what you're going to have here, guys, is a beautiful beautiful colour, a beautiful nutty. So for the hummus is, you know, sesame seed, beautiful flavour, nice nutty, a little bit of lemon juice for a little bit of acid. And it's how simple is that, guys? So this is also makes like an amazing dip as well, right? So if you want to have some flatbread with it, or just on a bit of bread with a bit of salmon or a poached egg or something, amazing. So just like so. Now, chef's going to bring over those fritters for me. And what I'm going to do now, guys, is really simply, beautiful, Dale. Look at that. So that's the fritters, guys. They probably need another 1 or 2 minutes in the oven, but that's okay. So what I do is now a little bit under like that, leave them somewhere where they're warm, and in our kitchen we actually fry them to order, but this is essentially what they are. So you can see here, I've got two amazing colours, guys. So when we're doing things in the kitchen, we're looking at taste, texture, colour and flavour. So we've got some beautiful flavours in here. Nice, big, generous scoop of the beetroot in the bowl. We like to scoop it up the side of the bowl here. And I'm going to put a couple of the 3 zucchini fritters in there. 1, 2, 3. So just have a look at that beautiful, amazing colour there, guys. So simple, so fresh. You could finish that if you liked with a bit of goat's cheese, will be lovely. We put a bit of fresh parsley. In the restaurant, we actually put a bit of grilled bruschetta, a bit of grilled bread under it with a bit of pesto on it. So you can whip that up in no time at all, guys. Have them cold, have them hot. So cheap to make. And there's my first dish. So you've got the recipe. I would love to see you guys have a crack at that and let me know how you go.